You've got to see this to believe it. Wood storks, nesting so close you can touch them. And not just wood storks, a variety of tree-nesting wading birds at your fingertips. This is Wakodahatchee Wetlands in Delray Beach, Florida. It's a boardwalk right through the middle of a nesting colony. There are two things going on here. First, this phenomenon happens all over the world. Whenever you've got people confined to a path, birds lose their fear of humans. They don't think you're a threat. The second thing is this phenomenon is happening all across the southern states, from here to Texas. It is highly treated sewage treatment water. The last step in reclamation is to release the highly treated water into a wetland like this. This kind of thing can happen anywhere, and there are some of the best places to find waterfowl and wading birds up really close. So, who brings the wood stork babies? South Florida has a water problem. Sometimes too much, usually not enough. Sooner or later, all water heads for the ocean. But here, it's in no hurry to get there. This is Palm Beach County. There are 1.5 million residents here flushing the toilet, and that doesn't count all the tourists that are here. Plus, this whole area is coastal plain flat as a pancake. Back home in Maine, my backyard has more of an elevation change than this entire county. Imagine putting this into a neighborhood that looks like this. It's a popular nature walk in a densely populated residential area. The birds get a lot of company. What the birds don't get a lot of is predators. Not much with teeth or talons is going to enjoy getting close to people. It's a relatively safe haven for all these nesting birds. The only thing they have to worry about is finding an open branch to perch on. The wood storks outnumber all the other wading birds nesting in here. And it looks like they're making more wood storks right now. But there are a lot of other wading birds nesting in these same trees right alongside. Great egrets right next to wood storks. Can you imagine being in a place where the birds are so comfortable around you that they will lay their eggs within reach? Oh, babies. The anhingas are in here nesting too. So are the double-crested cormorants. These great blue herons haven't nested yet, but they sure are thinking about it. Look at these postures. Besides all the wading birds, there's a whole bunch of waterfowl here too, right at your feet. This kills me. I don't see common moorhens foraging on land all that often. They're wary of ground-based predators. But this wetland is right in the middle of a busy city. What coyote, fox, or weasel is going to come in here? Even raptors aren't likely in this crowded neighborhood. Take a second look at every purple gallinule. One of them may be a gray-headed swamp hen. It's an exotic from Eurasia that is now well established in Florida. It was accepted as an ABA countable bird 13 years ago. Well, this is new since the last time I was here. Purple martin colony. If you prefer your wildlife cold-blooded, well, just look around. All right, not an iguana. Wakodahatchee Wetlands. If making a park out of a sewage lagoon is such a good idea, why don't they do it more often? Well, they did. Just 5 minutes away, Green Cay. Florida, am I right? Same deal. Reclaimed wastewater from a sewage treatment plant and an absolutely awesome boardwalk built over it. Really, the big difference between the two wetlands is this one's more of a marsh and the trees are in groves, almost hammocks, and doesn't have those big nesting platforms for the big birds. So this refuge, more marsh and open water, more waterfowl, more of these smaller wading birds, and the numbers are still incredible. Alligators seem to like this one a little better too. But it's just all one huge housing area, and I can't tell where one city stops and the other begins. All right, let's see what we got today. Start in the visitor center. If there's a better interpretive display on top of a sewage lagoon in the whole country, I don't know where it is. Come here often? Where's a good place to get seafood around here? Birds on a boardwalk, insanely tame around people. I could spit on this bird. Seriously, I could. I don't even know why I brought binoculars. You're not even bothered, right? Mottled ducks. No, they're not mallards. In all my years of seeing purple gallinules, I've never seen one sit on top of the bush. There's more than a mile of boardwalk out here. It's bigger than Wakodahatchee. Give yourself a lot of time because it actually is a snipe hunt. This refuge has a few mowed paths between the pools for maintenance, and all of them are alive. This is mid-March. All the birds have made babies, like these anhinga nestlings. Or they're thinking about making babies. If this green heron had its crest up any higher, it'd fly right off. Cabbage palms, Florida's official state tree, even though it isn't really a tree. This little piece of Florida is as hot as a hot spot gets. You've got Wakodahatchee, you've got Green Cay, and Loxahatchee National Wildlife Refuge is just 18 minutes up the road. Loxahatchee National Wildlife Refuge. I didn't think I was even going to be able to get here in this trip. And then bad weather hit the entire East Coast. I was forced to spend 2 more days in southern Florida. Oh, the tragedy of it. Back up a second. What I'm saying is that in this part of Florida, there are 3 really great places to go birding, all really close to each other. Miami's down here, Fort Lauderdale is here, West Palm Beach is up here, and between those 2, Delray Beach and Boynton Beach. If you're into wildlife photography, bring a shorter lens. It is unfair that this one area of the state of Florida has so many good places so close together. Well, that was awkward. Let me be perfectly clear, I'm trying very hard not to feed the alligators. I've seen this so many times, I really don't know what to make of it. 2 common moorhens walk right past the snout of an alligator, and he doesn't even open his eyes. I mean, what's for dinner? Great interpretive signing along the way. It's got duck potato, which I'd never heard of. It's got spatter duck I have, button bush I haven't. I swear there was more water the last time I was here. These exist in almost every park, so the children will appreciate how good their own binoculars really are. I always thought limpkins were hard to get until I came to Loxahatchee. They're actually easy here because right water level and apple snails is their favorite food. Vultures, I think we can get them closer. Lie down and play dead. You knew that wood storks are more closely related to vultures than herons, right? For several years now, I've been trying to figure out which among over 500 national wildlife refuges are some of the best. And this one keeps getting nominations, and I can see why. What is that, my 400th purple gallinule this week? You know, one of the problems with this is that if I stop at all these wonderful places in the way to the Everglades, I'll never get to the Everglades. I wonder if there's anything in here more exotic than blue jays. Red-bellied woodpeckers. The interpreted signage says that there's screech owls in here. Good luck with that. Warbler, just give me one warbler. Yes, grackles. Regrettably, this is all I have time for at Loxahatchee. I'd love to do the whole thing, but I got a plane to catch. And if I do, so do you.